Hello and welcome back to
Catharsis.
Welcome to the 50th session. Holy shiitake mushrooms. Now, if you're just joining us through the audio bits, I know this is probably only your 9th session with us, but for us, we've been playing this for, it will be 2 years in February, and right now it's November. It's kind of crazy. I was just telling everybody like how much I appreciate them, not just as my friends, but as my players, because like it is such a unicorn of a thing to get this far into a campaign. And I know plot-wise we're like not at the end of the campaign, but the fact that we've come together so frequently, despite all of the hiatuses and personal stuff going on in our lives, and you know, it's crazy that we came together 50 times or more to just play D&D, and I'm so grateful for that. Not everybody can say that. I have a lot of guy friends, and female friends I should say, who are envious that I have a group that meets so frequently and have such good communicative players. So I just love you guys. Thank you so much for playing in this silly little world with me.
We're all so determined.
Making the world.
Yeah, thank you. We love you too, and I love you all so much.
Thank you for being my DM daddy.
Oh, you welcome, boo.
Oh yeah,
We are determined to finish this bitch.
Yes.
Give it hell or high water, we're gonna do it.
No matter what happens next year, we will finish this.
Yes.
absolutely. I don't know how many years it's going to take to finish it.
Unless we explode or something.
Yeah.
Not to be a dick, but
Yeah,
if it happens, we could explode.
If I spontaneously combust, I'm glad we got this far.
Yeah.
Also, you better have written notes, because if you die, you gonna haunt my ass and tell me what happened?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you will haunt me.
I will come back I will become a phantom and materialize every Thursday.
Yeah.
Just to Dungeon Master for 3 hours, and then I go back into the spirit realm.
No,
Yeah.
no, you know what?
Cool trope.
You will be all of our warlock patrons. We will all be warlocks for your patron.
I'm already that.
And every Thursday, our one task that you make us do as the patron is you must come together every Thursday and we play this game.
You must gather friends for Round Table Square, where we will throw dice up in the air.
Little did we know this campaign would never end.
This is the campaign that never ends. Alright, I just also want to say to my players, but also as an example for people listening in, I want to encourage you guys, should you feel the need, to use the stop card today. The reason why I bring that up is because I will get a little more gory than I usually do in the beginning. After that, it's going to be pretty fluffy and laid back once we get past that point. But if, for any reason, my description is too much, and I might also be over anticipating it being gory because I know that I am a morbid and dark person, and I will go crazy. But you guys can handle more than I think sometimes I give you credit for.
I don't think we have a choice. In more ways than one.
I mean, yeah, it's solid. You'll know if I start crying.
But you can also say stop, and we don't have to address it, and I'll just keep chugging. I'll
good.
chug without the description and just be less gross. So, without further ado, I guess I'll get us started. Today is Book 3, Blooming, Chapter 8, Birthday Wishes and Train Tickets. We start with the huff and puff of a train in rapid motion. Tree branches shiver with the passing of emerald-greened train cars. They almost seem to blend in with the rest of the forest and the thickening green fog of the curse. Passengers inside are dressed in yukatas, kimonos, suits and Sunday dresses. Humans, elves, cat folk, mushroom folk, axolotl folk, half-orcs, and even a few dwarves sit in their leather seats, making an effort not to look at the growing fog outside their windows. frogfolk children are playing with wooden toy trains and dolls in the dining car table. One of them puffs up his throat and raises his webbed hands. Grr, look at me! I'm infected! Brr. And all the kids shriek, oh, gross, now he's infected! His mother gently smacks him with a copy of the paper, but not enough to knock the cap off of his head. Ow, Mom, it was just a joke. Well, no one finds it funny. Oh, come on, the curse will be coming to an end soon anyways, right? Aren't those, Broombringer people who stole the princess, making it weak or whatever? His father huffs. The boy has a point. It's not like it's going to get worse. Crash! Something breaks through the window and falls into the aisle of the train car. It's an injured blue jay. Oh no, poor birdie! A little frog girl cries and hurries over to the injured creature. Masks! Somebody cries, and as they see the window has broken, everyone hurries to put on their masks and get out of the train car as the fog of the curse starts to spill through. The little frogfolk girl puts her mask on and tucks the blue jay into her jacket before following her mother, who pleads, hurry, Genevieve, hurry! They all huddle into a now more cramped train car, being careful to close the door behind them. Look, Daddy! A cat folk boy cries as he points out the window. The animals! What's wrong with them? Soon, bodies are pressed close to the windows to see a gruesome sight. A doe is running from an undead buck as it chases her and then pounces as they fall out of sight. An owl is snagged by an undead fox. People and animals sprinkled with moss and flowers and fungi growing out of their skin begin to stagger through the forest, all of them heading in one direction. They're heading for Mosswood. The train attendant realizes, why are they suddenly being so aggressive? Why is the fog getting thicker? All of these whispers and more start to fill the train car with panic. More creatures are flinging themselves at the train, most of them missing, but some of the birds leave cracks in the windows. Cover the windows, the attendant orders. Keep your masks on. People start stripping the cushioned seats bare and using the leather to cover the windows. Parents try to calm their children. Then something occurs to the frog folk mother from earlier. She turns to her daughter. Genevieve? That blue jay. Is it... Genevieve turns, already sweating and looking tired. It couldn't help it, Mommy. It didn't mean it. Her mother quickly moves the jacket aside to reveal that her daughter now has bloody pecks in her blouse. And the blue jay's eyes glow green, and the beak is speckled with blood. It's just hungry, Mommy. It didn't mean to hurt me, but I feel dizzy. The train car continues to puff away frantically across the tracks, the passengers inside already doomed.
Hallelujah.
Happy 50th session, everybody.
Yay!
As it goes past, a tree begins to tremble and shake as its bark becomes bulbous and stretches. Stepping out of it is a woman with bark for skin, leaves for hair and a dress. Her eyes are honey sweet and wide. Sap leaks from them down her round cheek as she sees the animals attacking each other in this frenzy. What in the roots and beaks and petals and all living things? Aha! She looks down at her feet in pain and sees that they are beginning to rot and grow fungus with an eerie green hue. The wooden woman gasps with horror, stumbling back until she falls on her behind, still gaping at her feet in horror. My own daughter is infecting me. Mother of the Wilds. A voice calls from a spot where the fog has yet to touch. A corpse of a doe, the one from earlier, lies on the ground, a raven perched beside it. And standing over it is the specter of the deer. And beside that is a black feathered figure. The wooden woman struggles to get to her now infected feet, wincing in pain. Your Majesty. Death turns to the Wild Mother. How is this happening? Your guess is as good as mine. The curse should be getting weaker by now. Suddenly, the ghost of the doe cries out and gets dragged back into its body. Death reaches for it. No, stop. Enough of this. But the soul settles back into its corpse. All is still until there's the jerking of the doe's shoulder. Silly mother dearest. The neck rises and the head of the deer turns towards them, facing from behind, but it cracks, it snaps, as it unnaturally turns completely to them, a 180. The flesh around its maw ripped off, and the exposed flesh also now exposing its teeth and its bones, almost in an eerie smile. Finally, it speaks again in the voice of Prospera. You of all people should know what's happening here. The deer awkwardly comes to a stand, the curse taking root in its body unnaturally quick as it breaks and rearranges its bones. Finally, it's standing almost as if it was a humanoid. And it doesn't look right.
This is some not deer level shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Definitely not deer
This is some
shit.
not deer.
That soul doesn't belong to you. Death puffs up like a predator bird, ready to strike. Oh, save it, bird brain. When my work is done, you'll be old news. You won't exist. The deer moves its head just slightly as it starts to stalk towards the Wild Mother. Don't you remember your lesson, Mother? When we saw the plant, the first ever plant of the kingdom, growing out of the dirt and sand with barely enough water to sustain itself. It bloomed, though, bigger than it ever had. Bigger than it ever should have been capable of under those conditions. Stress blooming? You're stress blooming. Bingo, mommy dear. Death snaps at both of them. What does a gardening lesson have to do with this heresy? This defiance of the laws of nature? The deer snaps its head at Death, making the vertebrae break, and the head falling limply to one side and swinging a little bit. Stress blooming is what happens when a plant does what it has to survive. It's an SOS signal, if you will. A last-ditch effort to be pollinated and saved before it withers up and dies. A set of vines begin to poke out of the skin of the deer and retangle around the neck, fixing the head back into place, while simultaneously elongating its form. And by the looks of things, I'd say it's working quite nicely. In the background, the living animals continue to be preyed upon by the undead ones. The undead humanoids continue to meander through the brush towards Mosswood, following a cry, a terrible roar that sounds like a man screaming over a bear's cry. Death shivers and shrivels as the fog creeps closer in. Fly, Your Majesty! Get out of here! The Wild Mother pleads. The souls, I cannot abandon them. Oh, don't worry. The Prospera possessed deer taunts. I'll take good care of them. Death is furious. Our champions will stop you. I can try. Now shoo. Death wraps herself in her own cloak, becoming a flock of ravens. But as they take off, some of the undead birds make chase and pick them off as they fly. Prospera, stop this, please. This isn't the order of things. There are cycles for a reason. Oh, shut it, Mom. Is that why you let them burn me? Is that why you didn't come back for me? Was that part of the cycle? You know I couldn't. There are rules. The deer cranes its neck, its face getting unnervingly close to hers, that its blood starts to drip on her nose. No, you just didn't try hard enough. The only one of you who really cared about me was Zephyr. He is your pariah now too, isn't he? We're your disappointment children. It's okay, Mom. You've disappointed me too. That's why I'm going to surpass you. The fungus on the wild mother's feet snakes up her legs. Soon, neither you nor death will exist. No life without death, I guess. The deer's hoof shoves the wild mother's chest, forcing her to the ground as she looms over her mother, eyes glowing brighter with the curse. There will only be me. Meanwhile, underneath a lamppost at the edge of Mosswood is a gathering of characters. Wick Copperson, now dressed in his apron and regular attire after changing out of his winter clothes from the trip to Dragon's Hearth and Ivory Pines. The flicker of the flame of his man bun waves with uncertainty. Kay Ruffkin is dressed in a nice black, sleek, sleeveless top and work pants, her arms crossed with worry and waiting. Archive is dressed in a tweed outfit
Oh.
and a newsboy cap.
Not his uniform? Well, that's new.
Well, he didn't wear his uniform on the fun mushroom festival day.
Right.
And he also didn't wear it in the fight of the Great Oak Theater. So this is only the third time you've seen him in a cute tweed outfit. But he's looking at the woods beyond as he anxiously wrings his hands. Atticus Snapdragon leans against the lamppost with a hard-set jaw and his brows narrowed at the woods beyond. Sister Abriel approaches. She's wearing a modest blue Victorian party dress, and she seems very innocently looking at her friends until she starts to register sort of the mood. Friends, you seem anxious? They're in the woods, getting the last ingredient, Archive explains. They should have been back a while ago, Atticus mutters. Wick's gaze is downcast before he dares to glance at the forest beyond. What is with them? You will guide them. He hasn't been looking good these past few days, Kay regretfully adds. Has anyone? Atticus bitterly laughs. He glances at Wick especially. I heard about your dad, Abriel adds. I'm sorry, Wick. He shakes off her apology. I'm sorry too. May we live to be better than our fathers? Atticus says. Wick smiles and nods. I know it's not my place, Wick, but I'm just curious. Why don't you keep the lordship? Everyone sort of turns at this. I mean, you could use it to our advantage in the war. It would help Gwilla and the others if you exercised your power. It's your right, after all.
Who's asking this?
This is Atticus. Why waste it? Give it to the diamond fellow. I'm sure he's nice, but Kay steps in between them. He's not wasting anything, Atticus. Wick isn't plenty helpful as he is. You weren't there for Dragon's Hearth. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying it could help. Wick doesn't need... Kay. Wick interjects. I appreciate you, but I can speak for myself. Kay shuts her mouth, other emotions flickering in her eyes as she touches the feathers in her hair.
Character development.
I'm here for it.
Wick turns to Atticus. I've seen what power does to someone. Even if they think they're doing it for the right reason, one could end up like their father.
Some aloe for that burn, Atticus!
Oof. Oof.
Not if you try hard enough. Kay turns to Atticus. Maybe some of us are trying too hard.
Meanwhile, Archive's over here like,
We're gonna get to him! We're gonna get to him!
Ouch. Yes, call out Atticus for his flaws.
Atticus snaps to Kay. What is that supposed to mean? Guys, please stop. Archive pleads,
my
but
anxious baby.
he speaks so quietly it gets sort of brushed over. I'm saying maybe you should be careful. You know, some of the weapons you're having burst in eye design are kind of worrying. And what would you have me make, Kay? Atticus asks. We're at a war. Which is why we should be careful. We cannot become worse than the enemy. Worse? Worse? Worse than my father? Worse than yours? Stop! Archive shouts.
Bless him.
Yes.
Everyone turns to him, and he shrinks. We can't be like this. There's enough going on. We can't add to it. Talk less defensively. And they all sort of turn solemn. And perhaps apologies were about to be made. But in that moment of quiet, another sound fills the air. It's faint, but they hear it in the distance. It's hard to tell what creature it's from, as it's hard to tell if it's a scream from a person or an animal. But then they start to see something. A figure, wobbling as it stalks out of the woods. It's an infected deer. A bug. And then there are birds, flying unsteady as they get closer to the town. Then a fox, then a bobcat. One by one, more and more creatures come out of the woods and start surrounding the space and attacking whatever living animals haven't been infected yet. At a certain point, all have been succumbed, and they stop and wait. A roar resounds again, this time louder and closer. The animals echo the call in their own strangled voices in a cacophony of sounds. Pull the rope! Kay calls out as she starts towards the lamppost. We need to get them back! Wick, Archive, Kay, and Atticus all start to pull the rope as the town bell rings and the townsfolk of Mosswood start to flock outside of their buildings in a panic looking around. Can they see us? What's happening? What's wrong with the animals, Mommy? Many anxious voices crowd the square, and they begin to grab weapons and lanterns just in case. Abriel takes out her holy symbol of Selene and begins to pray. She who watches us in the night, brighten our path. Watch us now and guide our friends with your light. The 4 friends think they're starting to make progress with the rope when it comes into view, and they all stop at the same time. Someone has cut the rope.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Come on, you guys, you have to get back to our love interest.
You have to get back.
They're fighting.
As a little joke at myself, I just started throwing friendship bracelets at all the animals.
Yeah.
Please stop!
We can just get along.
I'll make whatever flower you want. Oh god.
I have sandwiches.
Listen, dude. Daddy issues doesn't mean you have to emulate your dad. Got it? Lilith's gonna have to have a talk with him about this.
I love that. I loved the conversation and like I want like a whole episode. Not that this actually has to exist, so I want a whole episode where it's just them interacting
Talking
and doing
shit
things.
about
It's gonna be you guys playing your playing each other's
That's funny.
I'm excited.
That's gonna
for
be
that
fun.
episode. That's gonna be a fun time. You all hear the roar.
This is us, our characters.
And the pained cries of other animals outside the hut. Watzenberg's last message ends with a click. The sense of dread fills your chests and sinks into your stomachs. Goosebumps go down your arms and up your neck. Whatever is happening, you know this is probably something you can't fight. Every instinct tells you to run. Roll initiative.
All of us Naruto running through the forest.
I got 20.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ellie runs all you assholes over.
8.
Hold on.
Oh wait, no, not 8.
I need to get my pen.
Sorry, I just got excited because I got a 20.
No, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to be excited about.
Yeah.
I need a pen.
I have a pencil.
That also works.
Here.
I will not turn down any utensils.
Passing it on.
Oh, thank you.
I'm old on that.
So Ellie got
I think Gwilla just aged like, I don't know, maybe 42 years.
What did you get?
I got 14.
14.
I got 10.
No. Lilith got a 10. And what did the Paeris get?
I got it 11.
No.
Mm.
Now let's see what everything else got.
Everything else. Oh god.
Oh.
A 2.
Exceed 20 creatures.
13. Ooh. That kind of makes sense, though. The Beastie.
Oh,
19.
No! I mean, on the plus side, Ellie, you go first, so.
So, just not to metagame. The goal is to run. If something tries to attack you while you're running, you can use spells to try to make them go away, or throw bee daggers. Just know that if you throw something, it may be lost forever. You were also given some handy-dandy magical items last session that you could also use, and I know you guys have more magical items than you probably think you do. So use whatever you have at your advantage. Know that if you throw something, there's a chance of losing that thing. Know that if you use something while you're running, you also may lose it because you're running. So don't, be stupid.
And if we fail those rolls, does that mean we get cursed?
Not necessarily. You could get injured.
Can we help anyone up if like somebody were to trip or something?
You can assist them.
Okay.
All right. You're in the hut. Also, to add some tension and to really make this feel like a chase scene, I'm gonna time you.
No!
No!
I feel like I know what to use.
I'm gonna be generous. And we'll say 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, no.
Starting now.
Sounds good. Oh,
Ellie,
okay.
you're first. Are you running? Are you getting the fuck out of Dodge?
Yeah, I want to grab the radio thing and then just take dash.
Cool. And I won't count grabbing the radio as like a bonus action or anything in
Okay.
case you want to use
I'm
something
gonna shove it
later.
in my bag.
Cool. You step out of the hut, and you do see that all these creatures are coming from different angles. There's birds from the sky kind of swooping down. There's foxes and land animals kind of coming out of the brush towards you guys. And you see like dirt in the ground start to like get disturbed in a trail, kind of like moles or something.
Worms.
Oh gosh.
And of course, you hear the roar.
I'm just gonna take dash.
All right, you dash. You're the first one out.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie's gone. The rest of you are still in the hut. You're gonna follow.
Also, Ellie is like fucking distraught.
Oh.
So she is not just running, she is like running and like scream crying. So just so you know.
Oh, Ellie.
Ellie, no!
Ellie, no!
Ellie, yes.
I God. Sad. It is the beastie's turn.
You mean walks?
Maybe. Definitely hear something coming. Can't see it yet though. Next is Gwilla.
Okay, in this scenario, after Gwilla would see Ellie run out like that, she's just gonna kind of go into like that form of shock. One silent tear is gonna go down her cheek. She's kind of just gonna freeze and be like, everybody go now! And she's gonna make sure everybody ran out of the hut first, and she's gonna cast Turn Undead.
Ooh, remind me what that does. So once per you cast Turn of Undead as an action, you present your holy symbol and speak the prayer. Stopping the undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. If the creature fails on its turn, it is turned for 1 minute, and then until it takes damage. Got it. Okay. You have to make some wisdom saving throws. So you're holding an action to use your movement after everybody else has gone first.
Yeah, and I want to make
So
sure.
you'll be the last one out of the hut.
Yes, and I did that purposely because I knew I was casting this, so I would have the best chance of not being recognized at the back of the crew.
Okay. So you're not casting it right now. You're holding it till these guys leave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then we'll come back to me making wisdom saving throws. It is birds. Attack the birds. From the hut. And you hear a cacophony of caws and bird song that's sort of strangled as these birds start attacking the windows and coming through the hut and landing on shit that's already kind of destroyed. And some of them are only flapping one wing as they go in circles along the ground.
Oh no.
Like super like upset and disturbed. Some of them don't have heads, they're just flying, aviator style.
Just dive bombing.
There's a lot of pecking going through the hut, and I'm gonna need everybody in the hut to make a dexterity saving throw.
Where are my things? Over there.
11.
Okay.
Get pecked.
15.
Okay.
Okay, good. I have 11.
11, 11, and 15. Paeris, you seem to manage to evade the birds flying through the window and not getting pecked. But Gwilla and Lilith,
Do we also have our masks on, right?
you do. Yes. Okay, each of you take 8 pecking damage.
Okay.
So mark that on your sheet.
Can I have a pencil?
Or
You can try mine.
Thanks.
And I'm gonna have you mark 1 point for me, but I'm not gonna tell you what it's for.
Oh no.
Oh no. Can only imagine.
1 point. Also,
I'm trying to do math.
Just a little tap.
I think I know what
Oh.
it is.
Curse.
Risk.
Oh yeah.
-8.
Do like a fucking death house situation where we get the shit beat out of us by a broom and then one of us has to die.
Alright. And it is now Paeris' turn.
Paeris is like first and foremost gonna like just like grab Poppy. Like they do their dodging thing and then they just grab her in midair and they're like, sorry, shove you.
Armpit time.
I'm gonna clarify, I left my pets with Wick.
Okay, yep. I think you said that before.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's in there now, and I'm sure she doesn't mind. This is not animal abuse, I promise. She's just like, ah. She's like, okay, less work for me. Anyway, they're gonna see that Ellie is like distraught and ran out, and they're gonna kind of like look at you two, and then just dash out there. And I'm gonna have, I think,
Are you taking the dash action?
I'm just taking the dash action. I'm gonna see what I can do to catch up to Ellie mostly, and I'm gonna I'm gonna hold action on my fancy fire bow. They're gonna be like, now's the time to use this. We're gonna give this a try.
So you're running with the bow,
Yeah.
kind of ready to aim at something if you need to.
Yeah.
So what is the trigger for the bow? If it attacks you or if it attacks Ellie?
I imagine, and like I'm not gonna get graphic or anything, but it's probably gonna be like I don't know if you guys ever played Skyrim, but it's one of the things where you like punch if like something gets too close to me, I'm gonna like punch it with the bow. If something gets too close to Ellie, I'm gonna fire.
Cool. So the trigger is if something attacks you or Ellie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I just need to know so I know to remind you, like, hey, this thing's attacking one of you, so that sparks your action.
Okay.
So roll me damage or whatever.
Sure.
Roll the hit. Awesome. It is now Lilith's turn.
Lilith just takes on, she looks down at where she was packed, and she just goes, I can't die yet. I can't die yet. I still have so much I have to do. And she runs as fast as she possibly can.
Are you taking the dash action?
Yes.
All right, cool. So now everybody's at the same pace except Gwilla. It is now, or you're waiting for everyone else to go first, right?
Yeah, I waited for everybody to run out the door to follow.
So
and
now
pass that.
your trigger fires because they all left. So now you're taking. Are you taking the dash action or are you casting the spell? Because you can only do one.
Can I cast it while I'm running at some point?
You can, but you won't be able to dash, so you'll be halfway to them. But the spell will be cast.
I feel like it would make more sense to cast a spell and then catch up. Would that make more sense?
It depends.
Depends on how you want to play it.
You know,
There's no way to run.
That's what I'll do. I'll
Alright.
cast it. Go.
Alright, cool. So Gwilla has cast Turn Undead. I have to make some rolls for the undead. And they have to make a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
Okay, they didn't.
And I have high wisdom, so.
18.
Oh, here. Sorry.
It would be your level of spell casting wisdom, so it would be this.
Okay.
So 14. So it did make
14
it.
plus 30.
No, it would just be the 13.
Oh, you don't add that?
No, because you're not rolling wisdom. They are.
Sorry.
They're trying to go against your rule essentially. Does that make sense?
Yes. I got confused.
Nah, I just want to make sure we're all being fair, and I'm being fair to you. I don't want to fake you out. Okay, they definitely didn't make it. And how about these ones? They did.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm in danger.
So they take damage, right? The ones that did fail, right? Oh, it lasts until they take damage. My confusion. So, never mind. They don't take damage. They're just like, no.
Yeah, they just go.
I don't want any part of that. It is okay. It would have been their turn, but they're going backwards. And now it is those creatures' turns because they did not get affected. They rolled a nat 1. But you guys do see coming up alongside Gwilla, halfway behind you, is practically a stampede of deer and land animals that are infected.
Like a fucking bear.
Yep, bears, and they're all keeping pace with Gwilla right now.
Oh,
and sort of looking at her.
Oh shit.
So that's something to be wary of. It is now Ellie's turn.
Dash.
Alright, so you keep going.
Yep.
Cool. It is now the beastie's turn. He's not rolling good. You hear the roar, and for those who are looking back, you see a familiar figure. Now, furbolgs are tall,
Right.
but they're not the size of trees, usually. And they don't usually leave a very hefty stomp in their walk. But that same posture, that sort of curled in shoulder look, and the heavy hanging head, you don't need to know the features to know it's him. The staff is now basically a cane. It is now Gwilla's turn.
That was crossing a line now. Okay. Talk with my best.
My anxiety has turned to anger.
Yeah, basically, I imagine Gwilla would notice that. And be like, that crossed the line. No,
Now
not
you're
good, because I'm coming for you now.
That's it. What happens at the end of half an hour?
I can't tell you. That's spoiler.
That's fine.
No.
Alright, I don't actually know if Turn Undead is something that I can keep going.
Is it concentration?
Well,
Concentration.
I'll allow you to keep it going while you're running, as long as you're not doing other stuff.
Oh, I was gonna try to do another spell to like help myself
You can
catch back
cast
up.
another spell, but it can't be a concentration spell.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find this up. No, this one says, well, duration is instantaneous. I'm trying to see if it's
What spell is it?
Dimension Door.
You have Dimension Door?
It's a 4th level spell.
Why do you have 4th level spells?
I only have one.
Did you multi-class?
Yeah,
Your 4th
yeah.
level spells?
Yeah, you can't have 4th level spells when you multi-class. She only has one 4th level spell slot, though.
Yeah, that would be my only one.
Alright, whatever.
And I have like select number of 4th level spells that I keep offside.
Right.
And I can only pick one a day, so this was
Yeah.
the one I picked.
This would be the one.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, but I don't know if I can do that if that requires concentration, because I can't remember if Dimension Door requires that too.
Usually it says it on the card.
Components are verbal. I don't think it says instantaneous. I don't think it requires concentration.
Go for it.
All right. So what are you? You could do something up to 200 feet away.
Yeah.
You would be leaving your friends behind.
Well, here,
Just letting you
where
know.
are they in terms of feet with me?
They are about 30 feet
Ahead of you.
ahead of you because they all took dash. Well, Ellie's actually 60 feet in front of you because she already took her turn.
Okay, I'm going
So you could
to...
keep pace with Ellie or you could keep pace with these guys.
I'm going to keep pace with them. I think Ellie's got this. Because I don't have dash or anything to speed me up, so I gotta like catch back up to them. So I'm just gonna use it to give me a boost, even though I know it's kind of a high level for this sort of thing.
No, like, it's helpful. This is a chase. This is a run. And you're using the spells at your disposal. I respect the move.
Then I'm gonna cast that.
And you're
We'll
now
keep in
with
concentration with Turn Undead so that I can keep pace with them and just use it to get at least 30 feet back up.
Cool. So now you three are in pace with each other.
Okay.
It is now their turn. They're still flying away. The birds that pecked you. It is now Paeris' turn.
Since right now I'm in pace with...
These two.
Yes. So if I dash, that's only 25 feet. If I do...
50 feet if you dash.
Yeah,
Dash gives you
if
twice
I
your
dash.
movement.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do what I can to keep up with Ellie. If I need to use Misty Step, I will. But...
You will be 10 feet behind Ellie, but you guys are pretty close to each other now.
Yeah.
Is that your turn? I think that's all you can do, right? Unless you have a...
I'm holding my action, so yeah, I'm good.
Oh yeah, you're still holding if somebody attacks someone else. Gotcha. Lilith, it is now your turn.
Dash.
Dashing through
The
the
snow. Oh, fuckity, fuck.
We'll just turn it fun. It's okay. We got this.
They're still turned, so they're not going to do anything. Let's check the land animals.
Uh-oh.
Not the bears!
Gwilla, as you were running, a bear does catch up with you.
What? I'm sorry, the way you said that, Gwilla, as you were running. A bear.
A singular bear.
Does catch up with you
That's fun.
and lunges. It's going to try to tackle you, but I'll let you contest it with athletics.
Alright, let me see here. I got 13.
It also got 13. That's it beats it.
No!
It does?
Yeah.
Meets it, beats it.
I'm kind of surprised.
So let me... That is 10 scratchy damage. And one of your arms does get a little dislocated.
Ooh.
And I want you to make one more attack for me. It's going down.
Uh-oh.
I am timber.
Do I get out of the bear's grip after that?
Yeah, you managed to slip out. But it sort of was a hit and run.
Okay, I'm
if
just gonna
you
be
will.
like running while holding my arm.
Yep.
My staff is on my back.
It is now Ellie's turn.
Dash.
Dash. With that last dash, Ellie, you do make it to Mosswood. And Archive sees how distressed you are. He goes, "It's okay. I have you. It's okay.
Not okay.
No, come here.
It's not okay.
What's wrong? Tell me what happened."
Not okay. She's just
Yep. And he's
probably just like sits on the ground.
He's holding you if you'll let him.
I mean, she's just...
He holds you but looks at the other three like, "Do something." And they're like, and we just see Atticus take out his gun and start loading.
Oh no. Oh no.
If he cocks it and Ellie hears it, she's gonna be like, "Don't you dare.
What are you talking about?
Don't you dare.
Don't do it.
Put it down."
He's gonna roll to see if he can figure out why you're saying that. I promise I won't aim for him.
Put it down.
I'm not gonna aim for him.
I don't care.
Roll persuasion with advantage because you're upsetty spaghetti. Your face.
What did you get?
20, haha, I have +1 to that now. 20, I got 20. Fuck you, Atticus.
Okay. For now. And he puts it in his holster. But he looks
She's pissed,
He
man.
looks at the far, and he's watching Lilith. He's watching you guys too, but he's just specifically watching Lilith. He's like, nope. Nobody.
Can he see us yet?
Eagle eye turn
Yeah,
on her.
they can start to see you guys, but you guys are far. It is now the beast's turn.
I know you're coming for me.
Because you're in the back behind.
I'm next to them. No, you're not. Oh,
You're what is it?
oh.
Ooh, I love that face. You see Watsonberg step out, and it's almost like stretched taffy in regards to his limbs, but it's thickened, like the muscles and tendons, by moss and vines serving as muscle. And he just has mushrooms completely covering one half of his face. And one eye just kind of drooping, kind of like a basset hound. But when he opens his mouth, it's not his mouth that's opening, it's a second maw detaching from like under the jaw and near the neck as like a bear's maw, just so it's like the actual face is a mask.
That's sick as fuck, I'm sorry.
It's like a no-face situation.
Yes!
It also reminds me of Alexandrite from Steven Universe.
Yep.
Yes!
Are we allowed to ask for the time, just so we know?
You know what? I'm gonna extend it by 10 more minutes because
We're really close to being done.
Yeah, we're so close, but I feel like timing you at this point is a little unfair. So I'm gonna do 10 more minutes.
Especially because we talk a lot. We have a lot to say.
I know.
Also, I'm getting like anxious. So.
He takes what used to be his very tall staff, now just a hand cane, and he sweeps at the ground. I need you to roll dexterity to essentially jump over the bush.
So question, I know that I can't use the side effect. Can I just use regular bardic inspiration in this encounter, or is it combat?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna see Gwilla, you have to dodge! So
I'm trying.
So you get the d6?
I'm just still running like
Yeah.
I want you to know Wick is so upset right now.
Gwilla, you can escape!
Okay.
You have to escape! You have to escape! We can't lose you!
Which thing was it?
The D6.
Oh, it's
D6.
one. Okay.
Yep, you got the
For
right
record, I got a 16 on my own. And then plus 5.
one. Okay. Yes! So, at first it looks like she's not gonna make it, but she gives herself that little extra, and it's almost like that extra tendon in her big like dragon foot lifts off, and she just manages making the landing. It looks like she'll almost tumble, but she gets her footing and she starts keeping pace again, and she's like, oh fuck. That was so
I feel like for acting's sake, it would be like kind of this situation, like like that sort of thing.
Just kind of feral, you know?
Yep. I will say you do take 2 owie damage from making the jump,
But not from the curse.
but not from the curse. Nope, nope.
Good, good, good.
It is now the beastie's turn's second attack.
Oh no.
So, after sweeping one time, he uses his now elongated legs to get a little bit more movement to go past Gwilla. And that's when you guys realize how fucking tall he is. He's gonna sweep for you two. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws. Actually, no, it's not Paeris, it's just Lilith. Because Lilith's the furthest one. I thought you guys were next to each other, but you're not, right?
Paeris is a little behind me because of their.
Right, you're next to. So she's
I
Paeris.
was next to Ellie, yeah.
Wait, no, I was next to Ellie.
You were 10 feet behind Ellie.
Because halflings have less speed. than the other humanoids.
Wait, but you were closer to him?
Because, yeah, we had the same run speed and we dashed on all of our turns.
So it's
I dashed 1 turn more than
Okay,
you.
so I'm being attacked.
That's true.
Did you? Or...
Yeah, she did. She just made it. She's first in
Right,
the round.
right. First in the round. But this round I will be, if this all works out, I'll be joining her.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I was scared Gwilla was gonna die for like a hot second.
I would not do that to her like that.
Okay.
We would make it way more dramatic.
So I'm dodging, yeah?
Roll dexterity for me. Which shouldn't be a problem for you.
Normally.
Oh,
Normally it wouldn't be a problem. Well, I mean, yeah, I rolled a 12.
I can't do 2 bardic inspirations in a turn, can I? Damn it!
I don't expect you to, that's okay.
Your stuff, so that's what happens.
I'm also holding an action.
Oh, something. But that's.
So you can only hold an action until you take another action.
Is that how that works?
So, okay. So
I mean, I
say-
said that last turn, didn't I? That I was
Yeah,
still
she
holding
did
an action.
say it last turn that she
Right,
was
so
still
now
doing
your
it.
choice is to either complete the action or take your turn as usual and nothing happens with the action. Does that make sense?
So I can either complete the action that I was holding,
Yes.
or I can take, yeah, I get it. Okay, so essentially what you're saying is if I choose to take the action now, I'm not going to be able to dash.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Or you can just ignore the action and just let it go and
Yeah, I think I'll
dash.
just let it go.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the best.
So you had a 12 to dodge.
If I fail it, can I do a little bit of flavor?
Yes.
I hope you don't fail it.
Okay, give me flavor.
Okay, so I think in this moment, Paeris was like so focused on Ellie getting out, and then like everything that's going on with Gwilla, that they like hear her shout. A, she's being attacked by a bear. B, she's being attacked by this beastie, and like they just see her stumble over one shoulder, and then they turn and see him coming in the other shoulder, and they're like, oh, fuck!
What did the Dark Souls in this? He hits you for 12 bludgeoning damage.
Crikey.
Tasty.
You are not prone.
Oh shit. You're prone?
Yep, that means you have to
Okay.
take an action to get back up.
Okay, give me a hot
Am I still
second. Hold on,
behind
slow
them?
down for a hot second. 12, yeah?
Okay.
Okay,
And I want you to make a little tack mark for me.
cool.
A little tack.
Man. Paeris is having a bad day.
Yeah,
Straight up. Not, but like, dude, like, I got my fucking arm broken. I got it back.
Yeah.
There was trauma. Like, ooh.
Woohoo!
Spicy.
Found out you were almost a phantom
yeah.
hive.
Yeah. Lots of sad.
Still doing my little jig somehow.
Lilith, it is now your turn.
Lilith looks back for a second. She mouths, "I'm sorry," and she dashes over. She
10 out of
dashes to
10 would
Mosswood.
want that, dude. Like, would want you to go. Can I
You-
have my pencil back?
You make it, and Atticus catches you,
Of course.
essentially, and just holds you there for a second, like, oh, thank fuck. Like, what about me, you fucker?
There was a pack. One pack. From them.
And he does look, and he's like, all right. He still keeps his arm around your shoulders, still trying to give you that comfort, but he's watching, and he's like, Paeris. Like, he sees his bestie take it, and he's like, he looks at Ellie like, I'm sorry.
No.
Like,
Ellie's gonna attack his ass if
No.
he does that.
No. You know what? You know what?
he's holding an action.
No. You know what Lilith's going to do? Ellie. Lilith goes over and she's going to grab the machine that Ellie has, and she's going to play the recording for Atticus of Watson-Bird's last message.
Since that's going to take a while, we're going to go to the next turn.
Okay.
Well,
Those creatures are still running away, but land ones aren't. Da, 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 da.
I feel like Poppy jumps out of their freaking thing and is like, wake up, wake up.
But you're prone, not unconscious.
You could scoop me.
I can scoop
I just
you.
love to like picture her, yeah, like you said, holding the hood is like.
Okay, I want both of you to. Well, you're prone, actually, so roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
But roll dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Oh, you
What'd you get?
I got 7.
Okay. What'd you get?
12 again.
Oh, okay. So, here's what happens.
You're going in the bank.
The land animals see both of you, especially you, and they're gonna have a party.
No. I don't feel like being mauled today.
On the 50th episode.
Points of animal attacky damage, but you're still running. You're not
Rabies
prone.
damage.
Okay.
You're already prone, so you're taking. I said 7, right?
Yes.
10 damage for you. It would have been more, but I'm being nice.
I appreciate you.
Also, want you to have Poppy make a roll for me.
Oh no! Not my daughter! Okay, I'll just
I swear.
any old.
Dexterity roll.
I freaking swear. I'm not really.
Does she get my
No.
Just flat.
flat 8, y'all?
Bruh, get rid of that dice.
Yeah. Put it in dice jail.
You were doing so well.
No. Oh no.
If this fucking bird dies, Marina,
On the 50th episode?
I am like so mad right now. I'm so sorry.
Oh no. Is Poppy dead?
don't do it.
No.
You have control of the situation.
Poppy is making death saves,
Poppy's making death saves.
but she failed 2 of them already.
What?
Did she get a 20? Or 1 rather?
No.
Wait, you rolled, so how did she get a...
It's the damage.
Oh, okay.
It's over her HP because she's a bird.
Y'all, not on May's birthday. No, we can't
I
have
thought this was the fluffy episode.
Listen, we're getting there.
With a dead bird?
She's not allowed to die. That's period.
There's been several dead birds
Period.
so far.
Period. She's
No.
not allowed to die.
Just to be extra sad, and because I promised we were going to start doing this for death saves,
No.
we see Poppy go and meet Death. Death appears to Poppy as a raven with mask on,
Okay, that's adorable.
That is
Oh, I
cute.
had to draw this.
and Death says in Raven, in Corvid, when did you meet them?
They raised me from an egg.
Oh no, that's worse!
My generation has been in the Cinderville family for a very long time. I can't. Oh boy. No.
Tell me your first memory.
Oh. Well, it's kind of sweet in our existence in the magpies, but yeah, it gotta be. Paeris was feeding me worms to their mouth. And it's very sweet for us, but it's gotta be a little gross for anyone else, but we won't worry about that. She kind of flaps her wings nervously and is like,
We see one raven or magpie heart go out, and that says, "Tell me your favorite thing you stole."
I actually never really liked stealing anything. Usually, the Cindervales would always bring me stuff, and I'd use that to decorate my nest.
What was your favorite?
Sybil once gave me some really nice earrings that Warwick gave her. Warwick, that's not his name. Norwick, there it is. And I guess she really liked them, but I knew that I kind of had my eyes on them. I was staring at her a little bit too much. And she gave them to me.
We see another magpie heart go out, and there's just one. It's the top of the round.
Okay.
Ellie, you see all of this go down. Ignore that.
Do I see Poppy hit the deck?
Mhm.
I would like...
You see a bird, like, literally just going into Poppy. Like, going at it.
I would like to discharge one of my constellations. So... Ellie's going through like every emotion ever. She is going to stand up and not push Archive, but be like,
Yep. And he's like, allows it. Takes one step to the side.
my sweet, sweet noodle boy.
Whatever you decide.
And Ellie is going to take the chalice form.
Ooh. Explain to me what that is.
So essentially, instead of wild shape, she takes on like a starry pizzazz,
It looks
funness. Yeah,
sparkly.
it almost looks like she's made out of
Constellations.
space,
Ooh, like
Yeah.
she's a void.
kinda. Yeah. Then I am going to cast Cure Wounds. Well, that's a touch.
Oh yeah, it is.
Wait, no, but this makes it, Chalice makes it 30 feet? Is that enough?
No. Paeris is still 60 feet away. Or actually, no, it's technically 70.
Do you have that one, the other, the non-touch healing spell cracked?
You could,
Yes.
and this is me being evil, you could use your movement to get closer and put me in danger.
No!
Yeah, sounds
I
good.
have,
You really don't have to.
I also have, what's the other one? Fuck.
It's
Healing Word.
Yeah, healing word.
Oh, you got that? Cool. Yeah. What do you say?
Nothing. I say nothing. I am stars. I say no
You
words.
don't want to say no words? You don't want to flavor it?
I have nothing to say.
You
Or maybe she doesn't say anything loudly. I think I wouldn't be surprised if nobody heard her. But I think she's probably gonna say. I think she's gonna talk to Death. I think she's gonna be like, not right now.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast Chalice, which is Healing Word, but plus. So what's Healing Word? Healing Word's just a D4, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I already. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yoink. So that's a 3. So that's an additional 3. But then Chalice allows you to add what? 8. A D8. So 3 plus 2. 5. But Poppy is stable.
Going back to that realm of death with Poppy and Raven Death, we hear bum 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 bum, and then another one coming back bum 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 bum, and then the last one bum 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 bum, and they all sort of glow brightly, and Death goes, "I'm glad it wasn't your time."
Me too. Yes. Nice to meet you, though. I guess it's the first time I've done this. Oh.
And they're gone, and Death is like, "I love this form." We love this form.
I guess you have 7 hit points now?
Yeah, Poppy has like extra healing.
Poppy pops up and is like, bam bam!
She's just got guns now. She's
It's
like,
time! And I'm gonna say that Ellie collapses after that because she ran a really
is
long
gonna
way.
try to catch you.
And she.
Okay, for flavor.
Okay.
Did he roll
Ellie
a 20 or a
faints.
1?
Ellie faints in Archive for a split second. His eyes go from their normal shade to fucking lion eyes.
Oh dear.
And he's like, no! Catches Ellie and maybe growls a little bit.
ooh.
Sneezes feathers.
And a feather comes out, and Wick is like, alright.
Yeah.
But nobody knows about that.
No,
so
he's
we're
like-
just like, what the
Weird. It is now the beastie's turn.
Good.
It was a nat 20.
No.
If you kill that damn bird after I used a fucking...
I think we're gonna say the bird doesn't get this one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I guess one
Can I
of you
use
guys.
silvery barbs too? Or is that just like a...
I feel like
Well,
that's
this
is
is
a reaction.
This is actually for the first attack, not the second one.
technically I'm closest to him still.
He did step closer to Paeris, so it's
Oh,
actually
he
going.
did?
I also request you fucking leave because I have the means to get out of here.
All right.
Yeah, Paris has that Misty Step.
I have Misty Step.
Nope,
I have
right
my
out.
grappling hook. I am getting the no.
You are currently
fuck out of
prone.
here. I am currently prone.
And you
going
are
to escape.
taking 16 bludgeoning damage.
Is there a way for me to get unprone anytime soon?
On your turn.
Okay.
Also, make another attack for me.
Okay.
And it is his second attack, which is going to be directed at Gwilla. So he hits Paeris with all he's got. He goes for Gwilla and fucking trips himself. And now he's prone.
Actually, that sounds like something he'd do.
Yeah, be real. We love him, but he's clumsy. And he just went. It is now Gwilla's turn.
Draw, but I can't
Because this is Gwilla's favorite and I am going to be true to her character, I'm sorry, Paeris. She's going to let go of her dislocated arm and try to scoop you with the assist of her tail as well. For a boost here.
Okay, I'm still gonna have you make a strength check to see if you can pick up Paeris.
With advantage? Or no?
Paeris is so itty bitty though. If anything, I would give you disadvantage, but I'm not gonna be mean.
I'm like nervous to use this dice because it's been like. Thank you.
Oh,
I
fuck
got
yeah.
20.
Yeah.
Yay.
She gets that last burst of energy at the end and it's like, too far!
Oh, and you scoop up Paeris.
Yeah, she's also sobbing now. She's like, it was too much.
Oh.
The birds are still flying away. Paeris, it's your turn, but instead of being prone, you are now picked up.
Paeris is just like gonna like imagine their like most raspy voice. They just like cough and they're like, "Don't save me, you idiot!" And they're just like holding Poppy, and she's doing fine. She's doing great. She's just like vibing, but they're like they're fucked up.
What
And
is your HP, bro?
7.
Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Not as bad for sure. And I'm just gonna. I know it's probably not gonna do much, but I'm gonna use protection from energy on you
Cool. All right.
because it's like the best I can do right now.
Lilith, it is your turn.
Okay, so talking's a free action is so if I were to play the
Talking's a free action, but please keep it limited.
okay, I'm just gonna say would repress no recorder be a free action? Because
That already happened on
Okay.
your last turn.
all right,
I think it's still probably playing a little bit right
okay.
now.
So
Because that was kind of long.
at what point is Atticus's psyche? What is his current like? How is he feeling? What?
I think he already knew that was Watts.
Right.
Because it's clearly him. And he just kind of is like, I know. And I'm sorry. And he is crying.
Yeah.
But he's just trying to hold it together.
I just take a stand for just a moment. If there's one thing I've learned from my friends, it's that violence isn't always the answer. And she's gonna walk right at the threshold, like where she's still safe, but she's gonna hold an action for Tasha's hideous laughter, and if Watts gets to that point, that 33 point at the very edge of the range, she'll cast it.
Cool. So you're holding that action. Awesome.
Ellie is like lying down.
You're
in her
unconscious,
friend's lap,
right?
And
Yeah, you fainted.
But I like to think she's like somehow covering her ears. She does not want to hear that again.
No, you're out of it.
Okay.
You're blacked out right now.
Solid. Also, I just realized this happens every time she does take starry form. So
Which I kind of like.
Kinda
though.
same.
That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
it takes it right out of her.
Gives her vulnerability now.
Those creatures are still leaving. It is now the land animal's turn. So Gwilla's running. She's got Paeris. Paeris has Poppy, who's doing fine.
Poppy's like,
Gwilla has a dislocated arm and is hurting, but is still going, and these land animals come at her from different angles, but somehow she's like, whoa, whoa, and dodging it just in time.
I'd love to like imagine her using her tail throughout the entire thing, just being like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah."
It is now Ellie's turn, but Ellie's passed out. It is now the beastie's turn.
So Tasha, let's see what happens with him.
He uses an action to get up,
Okay.
and he does raise his weapon, and obviously, he's gonna try to go for you. That misses.
Good.
And that one misses too.
He gets 2 actions and he used 1 to get up.
He gets multi-attack.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry.
So he can't move though.
Gotcha.
So I don't have to do a dex save.
Nope. He's missed you twice. It is now
The stars.
Gwilla's turn. Gwilla, this is a home run.
Freaking booking it, man.
Wick is already there, like reaching for you, ready.
Touchdown!
Come on!
Okay, I think for dramatic effect, I'm just gonna like football run through,
Yep.
like hut, I go, Paeris, you're the little ball.
Paris is the football.
And I just like grunt in, and because I want to be dramatic,
Yep.
I like kind of tumble in and I land on the hurt arm and go, ah!
I'm gonna say you don't land on the hurt arm because he's gonna catch you,
Oh, okay, got it.
and it's sort of like a football tackle where you're just like, "Fuh," and you curl into him, and he's just got you. He's like, yes.
Just picturing if Paris is the ball and you hit the touchdown, you're just like, "Whoa!"
Just like,
Just absolutely slap Paris down. Paris dies.
With that, we are out of initiative.
All right.
Everything kind of gets quiet. The animals have stopped because there's no more prey on the field. The townsfolk are freaking out, but they start to get quiet too. Kay takes her lady, is like
Bequeath.
starting to patch up Paeris, but still watching.
Paris is like,
Oh.
I am almost dead.
Can Lilith use healing hands on Paeris?
At this point, it's gonna be fine.
Okay.
You won't
Let my girlfriend use healing hands on me first.
healing hands, ooh woo.
Use his healing hands on me.
Ellie is passed out.
Yeah!
Archive is holding her.
Yeah!
Everybody's looking up, and Watsonberg sees that there's nothing else. The town is invisible, so he can't like make any direct contact with anything. The rope has been pulled back completely. And he just goes very placid, almost emotionless. Boom. 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 And for the rest of the campaign, till something else changes, you will always see the animals of sky, land, and underground sort of in this aimless patrol on the outside of Mosswood. And you will always hear the thump, thump, thump of Watsonberg in his sort of titanic form as this sort of meandering, somber figure in the background. A constant reminder that the curse is still here. Okay. You are no longer protected. It is no longer safe to be outside. And that is also when we hear the crash of the train that didn't make it to town. It is completely overrun by undead. And it's just this lopsided train still spewing smoke and coal. That is sort of a reminder of like failed commerce. Mosswood is locked, essentially. You can only leave. And good luck with that. Nobody gives you grief. If anything, people are trying to be kind to each other right now. Ironically, Claire comes out of the shop going, okay, I have enough backup candles. Did I miss something? Holy fuck! And that's where we cut the scene.